Hey guys, it's Bobcat Soup. Welcome back. I bought a new camera, and now I'm higher resolution. Let's do that intro over again. Hey guys, I'm Bobcat Soup. Welcome back to my art channel. Today we're going to be drawing Pokemon. See? I'm pretty sure that this shirt is going to give me a lot of green screen troubles. But it's okay, because it's my only Pokemon shirt, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Let's get right into it. Alright, so basically my thought process drifted for some reason towards clowns. I really thought that we really needed a clown Pokemon, and I know we already basically have two, but first off, one is a mime, not a clown, okay? And also, I really actually just don't like them, either of them, to be honest. So, yeah, just get those out of there. My favorite Pokemon are ones that are based off of animals, so when trying to think of an animal that a clown would fit really good, I ended up thinking of a poodle. And the reason why is because due to their high intelligence, they actually have been used in circus acts, like this silly little picture here. But also, I mean, come on, they have like the fluffy afro on their head, which looks like a clown's afro. And they're just really kind of cuddly and friendly looking, which is perfect for a Pokemon. So that's why I picked that. I also incorporated elements of these balloon dogs that clowns make, because you know clowns make them and they're of dogs, so it would be pretty perfect with a poodle. And so yeah, we're going to be making a clown balloon poodle. Now you're going to see me go ahead and try to turn this concept of a clown poodle into an actual Pokemon. Let's get right into the art. Okay, so I made sketches on paper, which you can see that I am drawing over right here. And I changed the pose a little bit just to make it look more playful, because the idea for these creatures is that they're just these really happy, joyful Pokemon that are really nice to own. I think this would be like, especially like the little one that you see, probably be a very good first Pokemon for kids, just because it's so friendly. I considered going into like the mischievous clown kind of trope, but it just, I don't know, we have enough mischievous Pokemon. I figured this is just a nice, happy, fun Pokemon that's just, it just loves fun and friendliness and yeah, stuff like that. Also, I'm starting with the final evolution instead of the pre-evolution because it just is more detailed, and I figured getting it out of the way first would just make it easier for me. I was originally going to attempt to copy the Ken Sugimori style. He's the lead designer on Pokemon. All the official art that you see is by him. But to be honest, I'm not really like a texture painter kind of person, and they're always very painterly looking. So I just kind of tried my best to copy the like two-tone shading that goes on in Pokemon art. And at the end, I'll put like a watercolor overlay over it. But it's definitely not perfect Pokemon style at all, and I ended up kind of just trying to make my own style that kind of is reminiscent of the Ken Sugimori style. So the color palette of this Pokemon drove me nuts. I know that Pokemon have limited color palettes, but that's hard because that conflicts with a clown that usually has several colors in their color palette. So I was really confused on how many colors to use, and you see me, I keep changing it. I was trying to get it right, and yeah, this was really hard. This was really hard. Eventually I settled on this green and purple look that really ends up making it kind of look like the Joker. Even though it does look like the Joker, and you're not really supposed to reference things with Pokemon color palettes, I think it still looks good. So for now, we'll keep it. I might change it, but to be honest, I have no other ideas for color palettes. I'd love if you let in the comments what color palette you would have put on this, because yeah, it's definitely something where there's multiple correct answers. Now we're getting into the two-tone shading I was talking about. I have a reference for this. It's a little Fakemon that shows off the 2D shading that's usually in Pokemon art, and I actually really like the two-tone shading. It might be something that I just use in all of my artwork going forward. It takes a little bit more time, obviously, because you're doing basically double the shading, but I think it looks really, really nice. One of the things that I ended up noticing after I had already started drawing this, I probably should have paid more attention to the Ken Sugimori reference stuff that I was checking out, is I use lines that are way too thick to actually look like believable Pokemon, artwork. So I think next time I'm probably going to do more of these videos. I really like Pokemon ever since I was a kid. I think I'm going to do more of these making my own Pokemon videos, and next time I'll keep that in mind, that the line width on Pokemon art is really, really not that thick. Here's a pre-evolution. I'm pretty sure I actually like this tiny one better than the big one. I just think it came out better, and the design is just much simpler and cuter. I can't think of anything else to say. I really am at a loss for words. I thought I had more to say about this this tiny one, but I really don't. So I guess I'll just let the music play until the illustration of it is done, and then we'll introduce their names and their little backstories, I guess. See you then. This whole entire video was a huge learning curve, but we're finally at the point where I can reveal to you guys the final result, this time with a little Pokedex entry attached as well. Introducing Jestini. Its name comes from Jester and teeny, like tiny, because, you know, it's a small dog. The inflatable Pokemon. It's a normal type. Here's the Pokedex that I wrote. Many children are gifted Jestini as their first Pokemon due to them being easily trained and extremely friendly. If a Jestini finds a lost child, it will allow them to grab its tail and will guide them back to their parents. Aww. Here's the shiny, sporting a nice blue here. Let me know which one you like better in the comments, the shiny or the... Here's its evolution, Gestoodle, from Jester and Poodle. Also the inflatable Pokemon. When it evolves, it gains the fairy typing, so it's a normal fairy. And here's the Pokedex entry that I wrote for it. Gestoodle are among the most joyful of Pokemon. They enjoy the challenge of making even the most serious of people laugh. They are very intelligent and will come up with highly complex and creative ploys to make those who refuse to laugh do so. So, how did I do? This whole entire video was a huge learning curve with the editing and the art style itself. So hopefully I did okay on that. A lot of you guys are probably going to be new since this is a Pokemon video, so if you are not familiar with the channel already, I would suggest that you go and check out my most common series I've been working on, States to Monsters. There's a playlist right here to that. And with that, until the next video, stay creative.